Our nation's capital, Washington, D.C. That's the setting for the Pistons. Always a scoring threat, Tobias Harris. He'll need to be a factor tonight for his team as they wind up for game time at Capital One Arena. Pistons, Wizards, coming up next. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on h2h Sports. Alongside Hall of Famer Grant Hill, Coach Dan Van Gundy, this is Brian Anderson. Allie LaForge joins us from the sidelines. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Chris Middleton.
Well, I like that he's really found a balance. He doesn't feel the need to put the team on his back and try to carry them offensively, but he can still bring it when they need him most. And maybe what's most important, he provides that veteran leadership necessary.
Now let's check out the starters for the Detroit Pistons. Harris and Duran together in the middle. Duncan Robinson is out there with Cunningham. And it's Thompson in at the 3, the small forward. And for Washington, George out there with Chris Middleton. Then there's Sarr, then there's Bilal Coulibaly, and it's Johnson in at the 1. Two teams tonight trying to elevate to mid-season form, Grant, and really start to push to control each game.
And that gets more and more difficult as fatigue mounts. The travel miles climb and games just tighten up. But you know, BA, you just gotta push through all of that and keep playing your best ball.
George scanning the floor, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Asar Thompson. That's his first foul.
Tough break for the defense. I mean, he took the hit, but he didn't get the call.
And it's Washington with the ball. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation there on the defense. Washington shooting their first foul shot of the night.
What's up?
And he shows the focus there, nails the tee. Well, Grant, when it comes to exciting young guards who can really fill it up, Trey Johnson's name has to come to mind.
Yeah, no question about it, B.A. This kid can score in a variety of ways, and his confidence is what makes him so dangerous in this department.
Now here's Johnson, a dependable player on offense, giving them over 13 a game. Here's Thompson. Rebound Washington, coming off a win against the Blazers.
A big difference in that one. Their ability to convert from range. By and large, they took some really good shots.
And they were just draining it from outside. A great team shooting performance.
Harris, he's off on the layup.
Nice work defensively to contest that shot right at the rim. Nothing easy.
Johnson for 3. And again, Washington, no good.
They haven't been able to find their rhythm. That's 3 straight misses now.
And again, the Pistons missing.
Well, I believe that's now 4 straight misses to start the game. Talk about stumbling out of the block.
Banked it in off the glass.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
I mean, just a tough start, missing their first 5 shots.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Earlier, I spoke with Brian Keith. Much of our discussion centered around Cade Cunningham. He said that's their catalyst. They look to him to control the pace, to read the defense, and to make the right basketball play, which he usually does. He is very tough to neutralize. Back to you.
And Allie, thanks. And the Pistons making a change here. Stewart's checked in, and that one's good. Cunningham.
Yep, and that's a confidence builder for Cunningham. Good to see him getting it done inside.
Pass to George. Here's Johnson. Cunningham with some nice D.
That's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
Shoots from 12. Stewart, no good. And so it's George with it. He brings it up for the Washington Wizards. And it's Middleton finishing it off.
Well, how about that jam by Middleton? He's far from just a jump shoot.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds in time. These are not the teams to challenge at the rim. The best in the NBA in shot blocking. The Pistons, number 1. Washington in 2nd.
Well, both of these teams really shine on the defensive end, especially when it comes to their shot blocking. So we could be in for a low-scoring game.
Now here's Johnson. In the game against Portland, very impressive. And it's blocked.
Yeah, anytime you put the ball up near Duren, there's a chance it ends up back in your face.
Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Love to see that kind of activity. He just makes things happen.
For Washington, they've gone only 2 of 6 from the field. And stand the Pistons' J.B. Bickerstaff, the runner-up last season for Coach of the Year.
Well, yeah, instead it went to Kenny Atkinson, who replaced him in Cleveland. But B.A. talking about landing on your feet, Bickerstaff showing again he can turn things around.
George with it, now guarded by Duren. Shots blocked.
An effective stopper at the rim. Duren sure knows how to use those long arms of his.
And what a phenomenal replay of that impressive rejection.
That'll put some fear into the shooters, and he made sure to do it early, too.
From deep, Johnson.
He's lost his rhythm completely this quarter, but he's determined to stay after it.
Well, you can tell he's forcing things a bit at the moment. He's been trying to get it going, but this hasn't been his quarter.
The Wizards with a lead. Fires the 3. Rebounded by the Pistons. Duren's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Well, he's had a rough night, but his teammates have picked him up.
Out of bounds. It'll be Washington's ball. A chance here to see the Eastern Conference standings. Guys, we've certainly seen some interesting mid-season storylines. You look at the Pistons, they've been outstanding halfway through this season, looking cohesive and playing for one another. And of course, Washington, they're a ways down in the standings. Here's what Washington's going with right now. Champagnie comes in for Chris Middleton, and it's Carrington in for Coulibaly. Here's Champagnie, just 4 to shoot. Fires for 3. The rebound by Stewart.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Pass to Cunningham. 13 feet out, and it's rejected.
What I like about Sarr as a shot blocker, he can do it anywhere on the floor.
Launches a 3. Champagnie's shot is off. The Pistons trailing. And here's Ivy from the arc. Can't get it to go. Missed his first one.
They've been just a little bit better on the glass so far, showing their tremendous work ethic.
Well, you love assisted hoops. That's good offense.
Detroit has gone 0 for 4 from deep to start this one. Stewart, the pass to Duren. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
They're going to work inside. I like how confident Jalen is from this area.
Pass to Sarr. Back to Carrington. Inside. And finished off by Sarr.
Great find. Leading his teammate right to the bucket.
Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Well, for him, this has been a quarter to forget. He is not helping them close the gap.
Pass to Champagnie. It's Carrington on the wing. Shoots over Stewart. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. 1 quarter in the books. And it's been a close one. It's Washington up 3. And we'll be back right after this. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for Washington.
Well, the way they've been attacking inside is phenomenal. Consistently getting high percentage looks, and that's what great offenses are all about.
Yeah, also, you got to appreciate how unselfish they've been. I mean, the ball movement has been impressive, and the assist numbers are off the chart.
Let's send it over to the sideline for some news on Asar Thompson. Allie, how is he?
Hi guys, the head athletic trainer for Detroit provided some information. He let me know that it's a strained hip, which causes plenty of soreness and shooting pain in that area. The training staff has cleared him, and I'm told he wants to play through this. He's a big part of this title contending team, and he's not willing to let them down. Back to you guys.
All right, Allie, thanks for that.
Well, that's a big setback for him and his team. But look, with all the advances in sports medicine, training staffs are so good these days. We've seen guys recover from this type of injury and come back even better.
Carlton Carrington out there with Johnson. Then it's Marvin Bagley, and it's Champagnie at the four-man position. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Wizards. And Jaden Ivey, we've seen him come a long way as a player, Coach.
Yeah, it took some time, DA, but we're now seeing the full range of his talent. He can be a force on offense and an absolute pest on D.
Here's Champagnie. No points so far. Gets the three ball to go.
Nice read. Sets his teammate up. You like how they're sharing the ball.
And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. For the Pistons, Thompson, he's checked in for LeVert. Robinson comes in for Ivey. And Cade Cunningham subbed in for Jenkins. Cunningham steps on the gas. Count it. Good. Cunningham's got his second basket.
Assertive drive by Cunningham. Just took off and never looked back.
Second quarter, a little over a minute and a half in. Now Middleton. He had a big outing in that Trailblazers game as well. Here's Carrington. And again, Washington with a triple.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
Here's Cunningham. Oh, Cunningham rises up.
Well, that's the kind of assertive play you want to see more of from Cunningham.
Here's Carrington. Pass to Coulibaly. Now Middleton. Shoots over Holland. Here's Carrington. And that comes off the assist by Middleton. Carrington's got 6 here in the quarter.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Here's Cunningham. And it's Cade with the finish inside.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense, man.
And now a timeout called by Brian Keefe. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. And it's already hard enough to play D in this league. Some people feel that traveling has gotten out of control, Coach.
Well, I don't know if it's gotten out of control, BA. I think the referees do a pretty good job on traveling. I think what's important for the referees is they have to be able to determine which travel calls gain a guy an advantage and which ones you could let go because they have no effect on the play.
And the Wizards making a change here. Sarge checked in. Pass to George. Washington moving the ball around. Here's Middleton. Money from 17 feet out. And the Wizards lead by 6.
It's been a tale of 2 quarters for them. Terrible shooting early, but then they heated up and took control of this game.
And it's Cunningham missing. Washington's got 3 of 5 to fall from beyond the three-point line in the second. Coulibaly against Robinson. And such a nice move to make that bucket possible. And it's an 8-point Washington lead.
Easy shot for him. They'll take that every time up the floor.
Cunningham with the ball. Guarded now by George. And it's Cunningham missing.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
Outside Carrington. That's good. And so Middleton with the assist. Middleton's got his 3rd assist of the night. Pistons trail by 11. Cunningham passes to Robinson.
Remaining in the second quarter. 2 minutes.
A minute 58 left in the half. Here's Thompson. And no good. The dry spell continues. And we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul.
Hey, over the years, Middleton's been a great two-way player. He's not flashy, but the results speak volumes.
Johnson, he's checked in for Carrington. Jalen Duren, he's checked in for Detroit. Tobias Harris comes in for Holland. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Hey, BA. Basketball is a beautiful game, but Commissioner Adam Silver said the most important part from our standpoint is ensuring that there's always competitive tension on the floor. Fans like the physical aspect that comes with this game. We don't want that to be lost. Guys, back over to you.
Keeping that edge. Thanks much for the report, Allie.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
Middleton outside. There's a minute 17 left in the second. And they double up Middleton for three. George. The rebound by Detroit. Duren's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Robinson. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Outside Johnson. Middleton outside.
These calls can be so difficult for officials to make.
Granted, recent seasons, the big limiter on Chris Middleton's game has been health.
Yeah, BA, and it's just so frustrating. Here's a high-impact player, an all-star, and he's always having to come back from something. Not what you want for anyone.
Karis LeVert's checked in for the Pistons. Now here's Cunningham. LeVert finds Robinson. And here's Cunningham outside. Here's Duren. Kicks it out to Cunningham. The three ball. They get the rebound. LeVert outside. Back to Cunningham. And there's a defensive 3-second call. And the action on hold. It appears there's been an injury. Yep, he's definitely in a bad way out there right now. Man, that's tough to see.
Oh, man, I hate this. And we see it all too often. Injury is such a big part of this game.
Yeah, these kind of things really test your depth. Hopefully it's not too serious.
Bagley's checked in for Washington. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
At the line for the Pistons, Tobias Harris. 1 shot.
Pretty easy to be the teammate of Tobias Harris. You can count on double digits from him most nights, and he doesn't need a ton of the ball to get there.
Unable to get the ball in bounds, and they got called for a 5-second violation.
It's so easy to get frustrated when you make mistakes, but you have to keep battling.
Yeah, it's definitely a momentum shifter, but it's time to refocus, make smart decisions, and start fighting their way back.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on, they're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Pass to Middleton. Here's Coulibaly. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And so it's Washington in a good situation, up by 13 points to close the quarter. The hustle they've shown on defense has been tremendous. We'll be back in a moment.
Howdy, folks. The moment you've been waiting for is here. Before we recap the first half, let's see what the standings look like in the East.
You look at the Pistons, I have them as a top team before the season, and now I'm picking them to make the finals. Tell me I'm wrong, Kenny. You can't, because I'm right. 2 + 2 is 5.
And as much as it pains me, I have to agree with Big Fella.
Now we'll take a look back at our featured game. That was quite a performance for the Wizards.
The reserves are playing like starters. A lot of teams are emphasizing depth these days.
So much talent in this league, to the point where the spillover G League has some ballers. That does it for halftime. Let's get back to game action. Here's Brian Anderson with the start of the third quarter.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Nice game. Great performance by Cade Cunningham.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. And now we go courtside for the story on Alexander Sarr. What's the situation, Allie?
I was able to talk with the head athletic trainer of the Wizards about his status. All signs point to a high ankle sprain, something that they're going to have to be very careful with. Losing someone in the middle of a season is never easy. They'll definitely have to rethink some things moving forward. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Allie, thanks.
Yeah, they'll insert him back into that rotation as soon as it's safe to do so.
Setting the floor for Detroit. Thompson and Harris make up the forwards. Cade Cunningham out there with Duncan Robinson. And it's Duren in at the center, locking down the middle.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Robinson for three. Sinks the tray. Robinson's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Middleton passes to George. That's good. And so Middleton with the assist. Middleton's got his 5th assist in this one. Here's Robinson. Thompson outside. And here's Cunningham outside. And the Pistons, another three.
Well, you try to stay connected to Cunningham, but he finds a way.
Fires from deep. The shot by Johnson, no good.
Well, after 3 straight makes, that's their first miss of the half.
Beyond the arc. The offensive rebound. There's Cunningham with a three. Out to Harris. Detroit moving the ball around. Robinson passes to Cunningham. And a miss there on the triple.
He just hasn't been able to get it going this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots, better selections. You have to be set up for success.
And using that 6'7" frame to get in there and do work, Middleton will take on anybody.
They get it back. Outside Robinson. Over Koulibaly. Goes up again. And here's Harris outside. And it's Koulibaly with a rebound. Koulibaly's got 4 rebounds in the game. Well, Grant, Tobias Harris has been around the league. What's his best asset?
You know, I think it's his reliability and versatility. Harris is always on the floor, having led the NBA in games played multiple times. And he just gets the job done.
And again, no good by Detroit. Washington leading by 17. George outside. Soft touch off the glass. George has got 5.
And I respect the strategy. Despite the sizable lead, you got to stay in attack mode.
Yeah, you got to keep going at him. You don't want to leave any hope for a comeback.
Now here's Harris. They look to him to score consistently, averaging around 13.5 a game. And stolen by Cunningham. Here we go, one-on-one. For 3. It's rebounded by Washington.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
Now here's Middleton. 19-point lead, which is the largest margin of the game.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked.
Carrington, he's checked in for George. Stewart, he's checked in for Detroit. Jenkins comes in for Cunningham. They'll stand now that we've had the coaches' challenges for a few seasons now. What do you think about it?
Well, B.A., I'm probably in the minority. I don't really like them. I think they slow down the flow of the game. And look, across all sports, mistakes are part of the game. Players' mistakes, coaches' mistakes, and referees' mistakes. Let's just live with them and keep the game moving. Another miss. At some point, they need to tap someone else for a boost offense.
LeVert's checked in for Harris. 1:49 left in the third quarter. Now Now here's Koulibaly, providing this team some offensive stability. A little over 10 points a game.
And it hasn't just been their stellar offense. Their defense has been effective as well.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
Here's Jenkins. Looking at his stats, he's putting up about 7.5 per game. Missed inside.
They are really struggling to stop this run.
Well, this is a spot where you have to be able to go to your leaders. They need to step up and make a play to turn things around.
Oh, a beauty. Aggressive move by Middleton. Slamming it in to make a statement.
Here's Jenkins. The Wizards making their last shot. Yep, that one's good. Jenkins has got his second basket of the game.
It's nice to see they're not settling for three-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
Here's Johnson, and that comes off the assist by Middleton.
And a nice bump for their offense this half. Now shooting over 50% for the game.
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt. And it's amazing. Their slim advantage on the board seems a lot larger than it is.
Here's Bagley. Oh, the big finish by Bagley.
Here in the second half, they've just found better shots.
Yeah, they've looked really in sync after the break. Getting the shots they want and converting them. Yeah, you wonder what is he thinking right now. He's not shooting the ball well, and shots like that only hurt his team more.
Johnson with a bucket.
Well, they have leaned on him offensively with good reason. Efficiency will help you win a lot of games.
Detroit moving the ball around. Stewart the pass to Robinson. And the three off target. Pass to Johnson from behind the arc. Duran with a rebound. Robinson for three. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Robinson's got 6 points. And so it's Washington firmly in control with an impressive 28-point lead as the quarter ends. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
Yeah, well, this is the diversification of positions in this league. Everyone does everything now.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. They've got Marvin Bagley, and it's Cooper in at the point. That's the 5 on the floor for the Wizards. Stolen by Ivy. Cunningham looking it over. And Detroit another 3.
Yeah, and after not making any triples in the first half, that's his second since the break.
Pass to Riley. And there's a pick. One thing you hear coaches like Steve Kerr say, let's not gift foul calls that you'd never tolerate in a pickup game. You agree?
I absolutely agree, B.A., and I think Steve Kerr has gotten that across to the league and the way guys officiate now, and I think that's good. Let's call fouls when a guy's trying to score or trying to make an offensive play and we actually foul him. Let's not reward guys when their only objective is to try to get fouled jumping into people.
Ivy passes to LeVert. Here's Holland. And here's Cunningham outside. And Detroit another 3.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
Pass to Bagley. To the paint. Oh, the big finish by Bagley.
Woo! B.A., that's lit.
Ferocious all the way. Man, that was good. And that one's good. Cunningham.
Well, there's no question he's carrying the load in this quarter, but he's going to need some help.
Here's Riley. He's checked by LeVert. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Branham's checked in for Washington. Harris is checked in for the Pistons. Outside Carrington. Here's Bagley. Perfect pass to set up the lay-in. Bagley's got 9 points now in the second half.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
If you're just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Back to Carrington. Here's the three, and his fifth basket. Now 5 for 8, looking comfortable out there.
Their long-range shooting since halftime has been as strong as you could hope for.
Here's Cunningham. They get it again. Harris on the wing. Three-pointer. Washington with a rebound.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Pass to Champagny. Cunningham brings a double. Here's Bagley. Again gets it to go. He can't miss. 5 for 5.
And they've really managed to dominate inside.
Detroit has gone 4 of 6 from deep thus far in the fourth. For 3, here's Harris. Rebounded by Branham.
Well, he's trying to shoot his way out of it from distance, but look, he's got to find something easier.
Here's Cunningham, and Cunningham throws it down.
Well, yeah, that's why he was the #1 pick back in 2021. Cunningham showing there that he can dominate games.
Pass to Champagny. And the foul called on Karis LeVert. That's foul number 2 for him. Well, some lament the death of the mid-range jumper in today's game. Grant, you got any fixes?
Well, some have suggested cutting out the corner threes. If the three-point line was only like above the break, teams would probably need to rely more on that mid-range.
Here's what Washington's going with right now. Labissiere, he's checked in for Bagley, and Gills subbed in for Branham. Riley, good.
They're simply not missing. Unreal.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
Robinson, the rebound by the Wizards. And Washington with possession. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. Pass to Labissiere. Tries again. Duren with a rebound. For Detroit, they've got 5 out of 10 shots to drop here in the final quarter.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Wizards.
Offensively, they made the most of their trips.
They found multiple ways to score consistently, and a little luck doesn't hurt them either. They also got some nice bounces off the rim tonight, too.
And this win will give them 12 on the year thus far. And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Trey Johnson.
Well, he came out with great energy and effort, doing everything he could possibly do to help his team.
Leaving nothing to chance. This run shutting the door on them.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
Robinson gets the bucket.
They're on a little run right now, but I'm wondering, where was this energy earlier?
Yeah, it's so frustrating as a coach when it takes your team this long to get into a rhythm.
And there's the call on Jalen Duren. That's his first foul.
Yeah, I think he's letting his emotions get the better of him on that foul.
So for Washington, Vukcevic comes in for Labissiere. And it's Johnson in for Gill. Pass to Champagny. Washington moving the ball around. Here's Riley. 4 on the clock. The three-pointer off the mark.
Well, that's a shot the defense felt like they could live with, and it worked out for them that time.
And so the ball out of bounds. Duren touched it last.
Substitution for your Wizards. Marvin
15 seconds left in the fourth. Outside Carrington. Pass to Champagny. Here's Labissiere.
Pistons foul. Tobias Harris. First personal foul.
First one falls for him.
At the line for 2.
Second free throw, no good. So we see the Wizards taking the W here. Boy, they were something special to watch tonight, and the crowd loving every second of it.
It's always a great feeling when you play this well for your fans. This team really showed what it's capable of.
And that'll do it, folks. For Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, I'm Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And time to present our player of the game.
At small forward, at 6'6", number 7, Jaylen Brown.
Hi everyone, we're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. I'm Kevin Harlan, here at the table with me, Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And over on the sidelines tonight, Allie LaForce. Looking now at some numbers for Tyrese Maxey.
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. In the backcourt, we'll see Maxey and Edgecombe. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Embiid. And it's Barlow in at the 4 spot. And for Boston, the wing pairing, it's White and Brown. Then there's Sam Hauser. Then it's Peyton Pritchard. And it's Kada in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. RJ, here we are about the middle of the season. Where are these teams putting their focus right now?
Some are already monitoring their conference position, but this is the time to stay focused on being healthy and just playing good basketball every night.
And so it's the Celtics getting on the board first. Embiid's shot is good.
Credit to the defense for getting all over Embiid, but he just muscles his way to a good look inside.
Out of bounds, it'll be 76ers ball. Here's Maxey. His offensive numbers jump right off the screen at you. He's averaging over 29 points a game.
What a dunk by Embiid. He's just doing big man things the way big man should.
Now here's Brown. Down low, George with the steal. To the paint, here's Embiid. Jaylen Brown with the rebound.
And he's usually able to score on that type of defense rather easily. Surprising to see him come away empty.
Here's Queta. Pass to Pritchard. Here's Queta. Barlow grabs the rebound. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. And the plan going into last season for the Sixers, Richard, was win now around their veterans. But now they have some great younger talent, too.
And with the health of Embiid and Paul George, a change to the younger players is not a bad idea, but it's still a tough decision.
I'd say that shot is well within his range.
I would hope so. For Philadelphia, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. George passes to Embiid. Takes it from 10. That's tipped. Second chance effort and gets hacked by the D. He'll go to the line.
Yeah, it's such a simple yet effective move. Embiid executing the pump fake.
The 76ers shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight.
Taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And with Joel Embiid, Richard, you worry that injuries have stolen his best years from him.
The 2023 MVP season was magical. You hope he can stay healthy because he is truly a unicorn, just an incredible player. Plus, he's pretty fun off the floor, too.
Quentin Grimes is checked in for Philadelphia. And Embiid drops them both.
And it's a luxury to have a great shooter like him at the line. Very rarely see a miss.
Pritchard passes to Queta. Now Hauser, defended by George. Here's Queta. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Pass to George. Boston grabs the miss. Their last meeting was in Philadelphia, where they were unable to fight off the 76ers.
Well, they made a few key shots, but missed many more. It was a rough night for them offensively.
And tonight, I expect them to play better offensively. Try to get some closer looks.
And here's Maxey outside.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks. Tyrese Maxey, a late first-round pick back in 2020, but he's become an all-star. He said, quote, "I've always had that chip with me from day one. I had to earn everything I got from a basketball perspective and make a name for myself. I try hard to foresee and envision this." Guys, back to you.
The drive for greatness, something to watch. All right, Allie, we appreciate the report. Misses off the right eye.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
I've really been impressed with how aggressive they've been inside, looking to capitalize from the paint whenever they can.
And also have to bring up their passing game. They've been moving the ball with great precision so far and creating great looks for their teammates.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Bonus checked in, and Trendon Watford subbed in for George.
Taking 2 shots.
And he makes the first.
The thing you love about Maxey is that he always has a smile when he's out there. He's enjoying himself, and he embraces the challenge that the game presents.
Simons, he's checked in for Derek White. The 76ers also with a sub. Edwards, he's checked in for Trendon Watford. Maxey hits them both. Over the 76ers, the last game, a win against Milwaukee.
Well, it's easy to score when you're facing very little resistance. That's why their offense looks so good now.
It just seems like the defense wasn't interested. They got away with one.
And Edwards launches it from deep. Another miss by Philadelphia. Celtics trail by 7. And here's Brown outside. Tyrese Maxey grabs the miss. Now the 76ers with it. They're on a 13-4 run. Outside Edwards. 1:32 left to play in the first quarter. Maxey, no good.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
That doesn't go either for Brown. And so it's Maxey who brings up the ball for the Philadelphia 76ers. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Edwards against Brown for 3. That doesn't go either for Brown.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
And although he's undersized at his position, his vertical, yeah, that'll clean up a few mistakes.
Boston trailing. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need the basket.
Pritchard gets the bucket.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Edwards kicks to Maxey. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
Maxey saying, sure, I'll take that.
There's 31 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Here's Pritchard. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Maxey.
Even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly. Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. Embiid, he's checked in for the 76ers. Jared McCain comes in for Maxey. McCain with the ball. A 17-point game for him in the win against Milwaukee.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
And so it's Philadelphia, ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. Back right after this. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. What stands out to you guys from the 76ers in this one?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge too.
Taking a look at the 76ers, we've got Quentin Grimes, Kelly Oubre out there with Edwards. Then it's Jared McCain. And it's Embiid in at the center. And finished off by Oubre.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Walsh can't get it to go. The 76ers leading by 11. Now McCain hasn't made one yet. Embiid, no good.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Pass to Boucher. And Simons has it in the corner. Here's the 3. It's hauled in by the 76ers. They host the Kings after this game. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. And the call will be against Anthony Simons. That is his first foul of the game.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
And timeout called by Nick Nurse. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Jabari Walker's checked in for Edwards. Here's Embiid. Outside, Walker. 76ers moving the ball around. McCain against Simon. And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way. And Greg, you were a point guard. How has that position evolved over the years?
Well, if you think of how much more of the court that has to be covered and the style, you have to score more now to play the position. I think shooting becomes incredibly important. And then defensively, with all the switching, you got to be able to hold up against size and play all over the floor.
Watching Tyrese Maxey grow as a player has been special. He's constantly adding new wrinkles to the game, improving his skill set on both sides of the ball.
Here's McCain. Scoreless thus far. Embiid wide open. Drops it in from 11 feet. Embiid's got the lead up to 14 now for the 76ers. Launches it. Oubre pulls it in.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Back to McCain. No good on the triple. And Simons has got the ball here for the Celtics. Nothing offensively yet from them in the second quarter. White, good.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Former dunk contest champion Anthony Simons. Greg, also a threat from deep.
Yeah, over half his shots coming from long range. I mean, he's not exactly a point guard or a lockdown defender, but if you need a bucket, that he can provide.
Now McCain. After Jaylen Brown's three-pointer that didn't go. And here's Maxey outside. And Boston with the rebound. They're coming into this game off that recent loss to Atlanta.
And guys, there's really a fine line between being aggressive and being out of control. And that one, they crossed the line.
They never settled in defensively, and it cost them.
Simons against Maxey. Embiid inside. Saw him with 29 points last game. Celtics trail by 11. From past the arc. And White, the bucket on the assist by Simon. White's got 8.
Sometimes trailing in the game, players get sucked into trying to make that home run play.
No coverage that time.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Some changes for Boston. Kate is checked in, and it's Pritchard in for Derek White. And then for Philadelphia, Bonus checked in, and it's Paul George in for Quentin Grimes. To the middle, here's Oubre. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
Crafty at cashing in from there. Oubre Jr. enjoys working on his interior game when given the opportunity.
It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. The Sixers, they want to get over the top. Joel Embiid said, I've accomplished everything individually, but there's one thing missing, which is to win a championship. We have to do whatever it takes to make sure that in the postseason, I'm healthy and as dominant as I've ever been. Kevin, back to you.
His health is key. Allie, we appreciate the report. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Pass to George. Shot clock at 6. From deep, Maxey. Rebounded by Hauser. Hauser's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Well, despite some uneven shooting for them, they're still out in front.
That one's no good. That makes them 1 for 2. Philadelphia leading by 13. There's the lob to the hoop and taken away by Brown. Inside. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Hauser's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Feed the interior. Good things will happen.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Maxey looking it over. In the corner, it's Oubre. Off target from outside. Pritchard from outside. And no good in the last second attempt this time. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. And let's hear from Allie LaForce, who joins us from the sidelines. Allie?
Joel, the reserves have been awesome so far. What are you seeing from them?
The bench has helped us a lot. They've come in, they scored the ball, they've gotten stops, so we're going to need them to keep it going.
Helps to have backup. Good luck in the second half.
All right, Allie, thanks for that. We'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in just a moment.
And as we welcome you to halftime, no other way to say it, an abysmal start for the Boston Celtics.
This has been a struggle for them, to say the least. They're completely discombobulated. That's why they're shooting under 30%.
The truth hurts. And now here's something that's always interesting. Let's see what the fans are up to on social media. All right, fellas, we've got a question from Crossover Zeddy. Shaq is the Diesel. Kenny is the Jet. Why doesn't Ernie have a nickname?
Ernie does have a nickname. It's EJ.
Those are just initials, Shaq.
Oh, like MJ?
I still don't think that's a nickname, but I think we can all agree EJ is the MJ of studios.
And you could just call me the Elevator.
Ooh, Elevator Ernie.
That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game, Kevin Harlan and crew with the second half.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Joel Embiid has been sensational.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
I like how they came into this one with a game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. They've led by as many as 14 points. Pritchard and White are their guards. Down out there with Sam Hauser. And it's Keita in at the center position. And that's the group for Joe Mazzulla as we begin the second half.
Come on, Jalen. That's just ridiculous.
That's a great look at that move from the Connected Cam, sponsored by AT&T. Philadelphia leading by 9. When it comes to Jaylen Brown, Greg, what qualities does he add to a team?
Well, I love how active and physical he is. He poses such a difficult challenge on both sides of the ball. With a Finals MVP award to his credit, you know he's as mentally tough as anyone in our league.
Here's Brown. Paul George making his last shot, and the shot goes down. White's got 10.
Those assist numbers from Brown have continued to creep up.
Back to Maxey. Great pass to set up the lay-in. And the 76ers lead by 11.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
The 76ers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Paul George.
Well, as your career goes along, you naturally lose a little bit. But he takes great care of himself. He puts a lot of effort into his preparation, and he's smart about picking his spots. That's why he's still a factor out there on the offensive end.
They're losing because he is struggling so bad, and he has not looked comfortable all game.
Pass to Barlow. Now Embiid. Embiid throws it down.
The offensive arsenal of Embiid is phenomenal. He's capable of scoring in a multitude of ways.
There's Brown with the 3, and it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Embiid's got his 5th rebound in this one. Barlow.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
They've played fantastic ball, and you can feel the hush that's come over this crowd.
Here's Pritchard. Brown finds Pritchard to stop the run. And it's Brown missing.
Gotta find easier shots when you're already struggling. That's not gonna get it.
Outside, Maxey. The three-pointer, no good.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from 3.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Yeah, straight up, guys. Like, he's ice cold, like freezing. What's colder than cold? But you don't have to shoot it, my guy. It's okay to pass the ball.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Simons, he's checked in for Brown. Oubre's checked in for Philadelphia. Quentin Grimes comes in for Edgecombe.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Pass to Hauser. The tray. The Celtics get it back in a new 14. Here's George. Again, Philadelphia.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Celtics have gone just 25% from the field here in the second half. They're 2 of 8. It's hauled in by the 76ers.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Maxey, no good.
Oh, man, for whatever reason, he can't get it going from 3, and he's pretty good from there.
The Celtics working the ball around now. Boston, no good that time either.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
This is snowballing for them. They've got to get a good look next time down.
And Embiid is right there.
The reach of Embiid with his size and wingspan, he's a real threat on the offensive glass.
And the 76ers with some changes. Bona's checked in, and it's Edwards in for Paul George. And Derek White picks up the foul. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
His 4th personal foul. We'll see how the coaching staff handles this.
Jared McCain's checked in for Philadelphia.
Jared McCain.
1:22 left to play in the 3rd. And Grimes has it in the corner. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Grimes has got his 2nd bucket of the night.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
Here's Hauser to end the drought. 51 seconds left in the 3rd quarter of the game.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
And Derek White picks up the foul. That will be foul number 5 on him.
Substitution on the court.
On defense, the Celtics. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, not just an impressive showing on offense, but on defense as well, executing their game plan perfectly.
Here's Walsh. He has yet to score. Bounce pass, Simons. Pass to Walsh. Three-pointer, and the 3-ball is good. Philadelphia's gone 2 of 5 with the 3-point shot since coming out of the break. A nice shot by McCain.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
With 1 on the clock. Wow, drew the contact, and that 3 almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
2nd team foul.
The 76ers have been perfect so far from the free throw line, 6 for 6.
And they've shot the ball well this season in terms of their attempts, 81%.
3 shots.
Shooting for Philadelphia.
3 shots.
Edwards, 3 shots.
And he's good on the first of 3. And the 76ers making a change here. No good on the second free throw. And he nails the third. Brown outside. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers up by 33 points. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's an unguardable pass, flat out. Give him credit for possessing that type of vision.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. So on the floor for Philadelphia, Jared McCain is out there with Quentin Grimes. Then there's Andre Drummond. Then there's Oubre. And it's Edwards in at the 3 slot. Now here's Drummond. It's rebounded by Walsh. There's Brown with the 3. And it's Grimes with the rebound. Grimes has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Oubre outside. And the foul called on Xavier Tillman. That's his first foul. Richard, we see such an influx of foreign players. Any concern that American-born players will fall behind?
100%. We have to change our development. We have to change our approach to youth basketball because right now the Europeans, 1, hungrier, 2, they have a greater approach for skill and technique at an early age.
Simons kicks to Brown. Here's Walsh. Buries it from 3-point range.
If you give him that kind of separation, he's going to take full advantage.
To the inside, and Drummond throws it down.
Once Drummond gets the ball there, you can kiss it goodbye.
Here's Tillman, and the Celtics another 3. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. In the corner, it's McCain. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
He's just stretching them out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
And the lack of defensive pressure on shots like that is a big reason they're down by double digits.
Now, here's Oubre. Pass to McCain. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And a look now at the Boston Celtics' upcoming schedule. On Friday, they'll be matching up against DeMar DeRozan and the Sacramento Kings. And then on Sunday, they'll be matching up against Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks.
And that game against Houston, it's going to be an all-out battle. And you just hope they are rested and able to execute their game plan, as it's going to be a tremendous challenge.
The Celtics have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Queta. And Philadelphia grabs the miss.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
McCain finds Grimes. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
And what a half for this offense. If they can stay this high, a great chance to extend this lead.
Queta's shot is off.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Pass to McCain. To the middle. 76ers moving the ball around. Drummond, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Pursues the offensive glass with purpose. Drummond knows who he is, and boy, does he attack it.
Queta, the pass to Boucher. It's Brown on the wing. Clock at 6. They need this. Here's the drive, and finished off by Brown.
Carving up the defenders like a surgeon. Brown is gifted at getting all the way to the rim.
Oubre, no one around him. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And so Brown will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Walsh can't get it to go. Philadelphia's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Drummond sets the screen for McCain. And Drummond throws it down.
Drummond, a huge target rolling to the rim.
So it's the Celtics now. Now, here's Boucher. Pass to Brown, stolen by Gordon. Grimes with it, and Simons picks him up defensively. Inside, Drummond, and Drummond throws it down.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
Again, the miss by the Celtics. For Philadelphia, they've gone 7 of 10 shooting the ball since the start of the fourth quarter. Drummond with a screen on Simon. McCain's shot is off.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
And those are the type of shots that just drive coaches crazy. Look, I wouldn't be shocked to see him sitting on the bench if he tries that bad boy again.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Philadelphia.
And as one-sided as it gets today, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so all the hard work here tonight converted into a tally in the win column. It will be number 26 on the year. And one of the league's top talents, game in and game out. And doing it here again in this one. A terrific night for Tyrese Maxey.
And his playmaking is what stood out to me. Effortlessly creating for his teammates.
Derek White's checked in for the Celtics. Richard comes in for Anthony Simon. Philadelphia also making some changes. Bonus checked in, and it's Edwards in for Gordon.
You know what? You've got to always be in control of your emotions.
Celtics making a switch here. Hauser's checked in. 40 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to McCain. 6 on the shot clock. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
And it's just competing, giving your best when it matters most.
And let me tell you, as a team, you love to hit your stride right at the crucial moments. They put this game away in style.
Here's Grimes after the basket by Boston. Pass to Bona. Now Grimes. For 3, Oubre. The rebound by Queta. Here's Pritchard. From deep. So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And Allie LaForce has got something now for us from the floor. Allie, take it away.
Joel, you took over offensively. What went into finding that rhythm?
I thought I got the shots that I wanted, and I played into the flow of the offense, and my teammates were finding me, so I just knocked down some shots.
Thanks, Joel.
Terrific, Allie. Thanks. And that'll wrap it up, folks. With Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony, and along with Allie LaForce on the sideline, I'm
starting at point guard, standing 6'2", number 45, Donovan
Hello, and here we go. It's Thursday night in the NBA on 2K Sports. Alongside Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg, I'm Brian Anderson. We'll talk to Allie LaForce, who's on the sidelines as well. And checking out some numbers for Brandon Miller.
And he's been locked in at the free throw line for sure. In the past 5 games, his percentage at the line is much better than it had been prior. Sometimes that's how it works. You just get that extra focus at the charity stripe.
And now let's take a look at the starting lineup for the Charlotte Hornets. Ball and Miller at the 1 and the 2. Miles Bridges is out there with Knipple, and it's Diabate in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for the Cavaliers, we've got Jared Allen, Donovan Mitchell out there with Sam Merrill. Then there's Dean Wade, and it's Tyson in at the small forward position. And coming into this game, Grant, is it fair to say this feels like it should be a blowout?
Well, on paper, that would be the assumption. But, B.A., this is why we play the games. Anything can happen, and any team can pull off an upset.
Now here's Miller, coming off a solid outing against Memphis. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
Yeah, I like whenever Miller uses his size to his advantage, especially down near the rim.
Here's Mitchell. Lays it up and banks it in.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, you know, with that size difference, that's not an easy shot. I mean, I don't care how close to the rim he is, that's a tough shot.
Here's Knipple. You know, his stats have been solid, averaging around 18.5 points a game. It's tipped, and they're able to recover. Cleveland working the ball around now. Here's Mitchell. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Mitchell's got his second basket of the night.
Look at Mitchell's commitment to his shot. Doesn't let the contact slow him down. He may give up a little size, but has the bounce to hold his own.
The Cavaliers have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. And you think back, not many point guards have combined the vision with the frame of LaMelo Ball.
I mean, he's 6'7" or even taller. You think about it, it's just a short list. You think of Luka Doncic, Penny Hardaway, Magic Johnson. That combination of size and court awareness is hard to stop.
And it's in there.
This is what height in the backcourt gives you. Ball can get almost anything he wants in there because of that size.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
I was able to talk with Kenny Atkinson for a minute. Coach told me, quote, "Our success defensively in this one hinges on how we guard LaMelo Ball." He continued, not only is Ball a 3-level scorer, he's a top-tier passer with excellent court vision. And we've got to do our best to make him uncomfortable out there. Back over to you, Ryan.
Okay, thanks, Allie. Here's Knipple. There's Ball with a 3. Can't hit. 1 for 2 now. And so now a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. All right, on the line, we've got our insider, Shams Charania. What do you have for us, Shams?
Thanks, guys. Well, it's been a remarkable comeback story for Lonzo Ball. He became the first player ever to undergo cartilage replacement surgery on his left knee. Now, with a role on a winning team in Cleveland, this is a great situation for a player whose IQ for the game is as good as ever.
The cagey veteran. All right, Shams, thank you. Porter Jr., he's checked in for Donovan Mitchell. Here's Wade. We saw him with 11 points in his last game. 6 on the shot clock. And another miss by Cleveland.
Look, it's real simple. It's a make or miss league, and he just missed it.
Ball surveys the floor. Miller with it. He's picked up by Merrill. That puts him in the lead.
They've missed just 1 of 5 shots so far. I like the look of this offense.
Here's Porter. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. They come into this one having outplayed the Grizzlies last time.
They were so consistent from the three-point range in that one. And that's a nice weapon to have as a visiting team.
Yeah, you know, the defense had no answer for him. To do that kind of damage on the road, impressive.
Here's Tyson. After the basket by Charlotte. Pass to Allen. Elbow shot on the way, and that one's long.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
Here's Ball. Oh, his shooting remains on point. 3 for 4 thus far.
There are a lot of parts to Ball's game in addition to his jumper. He also can capitalize inside.
Here's Allen. Diabate grabs the board.
He felt the defense on that attempt. Great rim protection.
That's good from Bridges on the assist from Knipple.
I just love the ball movement.
1:33 left now in the first quarter. Offensively, it's been a struggle for them.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
And out of bounds, the Hornets will take it.
First and second chance points, and they're number 3 in lowest opponent scoring. I love the way they communicate on D. They are making it a team effort.
And they are number 1 in rebounding for a reason. They pound the glass with aggression, and they attack the boards with a fearlessness. Hunter's checked in for Cleveland. Ball comes in for Merrill. Some changes for Charlotte. Williams is checked in for Diabate, and LaMelo Ball is subbed in for Bridges. Ball outside. Pass to Sexton. Puts up a 3. Hunter with the rebound. The Cavaliers trail by 6. Here's Ball. Got a hand on it.
Hey, you can't dismiss the fact that LaMelo is 6'7" now. He's got great length for his position.
Second chance shot. That shot off the mark. Here's Charlotte. They're on a 12-4 run. Outside Sexton. Fires the 3. Ball no good.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
Hornets leading by 6. About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. And here's Knipple from the arc. Pure from three-point range.
Good awareness there. Ball found his man with the nice kick out.
Here's Wade. The kick to Hunter. There's Ball with a 3. Ball with another miss. And here's Sexton. And so it's the Charlotte Hornets with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. And it's all due to their ability to own the paint. They've been dominant down low. We'll be right back. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Hornets.
Ever since this game started, they've been attacking on the inside, looking for ways to bust up the defense and get high percentage looks.
Cultivating a lot of assists right now, which is beautiful to see. Love the way they're working that ball around.
On the court for Charlotte, they've got LaMelo Ball. Also Colin Sexton out there, and it's Salon in at power forward. Ball finds Green. Here's Sexton. And he drives in, and it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Just a flashy move by Sexton, speeding past the defense and slamming it home.
And this is year 2 for Coach Charles Lee at the helm of the Hornets, Graham.
Yeah, B.A., a long-time assistant. He knocked on plenty of doors before finally securing the lead role. And that determination to break through, something he's looking to impart to his young roster. Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, B.A.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush.
And Cleveland has possession. After the basket by Charlotte. And he comes up with a bucket. Porter against Sexton. Pass to Ball. And they double up Ball. Now here's Green. Shot clock at 6. Sexton up top. Hunter covering. Offensive board.
And I just love how he's making the effort plays that everyone around him appreciates.
It is certainly making an impact tonight.
Well, you know, if you're not going to take care of the defensive glass, it's going to be hard to come away with the win.
A different look for Cleveland. Tyson, he's checked in for Tomlin. Merrill comes in for Ball. And Mitchell's subbed in for Porter Jr. Knipple's checked in for Charlotte. Miller comes in for Green. The Cavaliers trail by 10. And he's headed to the line for two. He gets the whistle there. And sometimes when a team trades a ton of picks for a star player, there's some buyer's remorse. But that has not been the case with the Cavs and Donovan Mitchell, Grant.
Yeah, he's been everything they hoped he would be, B.A. Not just dominating, but sacrificing as well.
The role of the big man has evolved over the years. What's been the most noticeable change to you, Clark?
B.A., and it's not just the big man. I just think the overall athleticism of all of the players, certainly the big guys, stand out because they're now taking the ball rack to rack. They can go in traffic with the dribble. They're more mobile on defense because defenses switch a lot now. I mean, it's not all about being in the paint just because you're a big guy. They play all over the place.
Now here's Miller. They lead by 11, largest margin of the game. For Cleveland, they've got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. Mitchell against Sexton. Mitchell showing some muscle.
He's such a strong guy. Donovan Mitchell plays bigger than his listed 6'1" height.
Pass to Knipple. Back to ball from downtown. It's rebounded by Cleveland. That kicks off a 5-game road trip for the club. Mitchell at close range, effortless.
And the fans love it. And Mitchell certainly seems to be enjoying himself on the offensive end.
And timeout called by Charles Lee. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy.
Yeah, coach no doubt wants to use this timeout to review the matchups and maybe make some adjustments as well.
And I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
And the Hornets making a change here. Bridges is checked in. And we always like to take this chance to show you the scoring leaders from the last 10 days of action. Donovan Mitchell, 4th.
He's been on an absolute tear offensively. He's found something that's working for him, and he's sticking to it.
And about 3 minutes played now in the second quarter. And here's Knipple from the arc. And it's Merrill who clears it away. Cavaliers trail by 7. Hunter finds Nance. Outside Mitchell. Over ball. And it's Mitchell. The miss. Charlotte has gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thank you, guys. Many have predicted an all-star future for Brandon Miller. He said, I don't really read anything like that. I just focus on what I can do today. It's all about the work. That's the only way to get better. I just came in with the mindset of making my team better and being a winning player. Back to you.
Okay, Allie, thanks a lot. Charlotte leading by 7. Ball outside. Miller left side. Takes a 3. Mitchell grabs a miss. For Cleveland, they've gotten 5 of 7 shots to go in the second. 1:50 left to play in the first half. Nance for 3. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. They've led by as many as 11. The Hornets are led by head coach Charles Lee, who was a 2-time champion as an assistant, Clark.
Yeah, that's exactly right, B.A. He won a title as an assistant coach with the Bucks in 2021, then another as the top assistant for the Celtics in 2024, and that's exactly why Lee was brought to Charlotte, to establish and build a winning culture.
Here's Mitchell. After the basket by Charlotte. Merrill outside. Back to Mitchell. Merrill outside. Mitchell, the pass to Nance. 5 to shoot. Cleveland needs to get off a shot. And here's Hunter from the arc. Miller pulls it in. And here's Miller. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. 9-point game. Pass to ball. Back to Miller. And he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
Oh, yes. 2 loud points from Miller, making his presence felt.
Mitchell drives in. A great drive by Mitchell.
And force-feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Miller on the wing. Drops in the 3. Miller's got 5 points now this quarter.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Pass to Mitchell. Hornets with the rebound. After this one, they're off to Dallas to take on the Mavericks. That'll be the back end of a 3-game road trip. And so it's the Charlotte Hornets going into the break up 12. And their defense has stood out, wreaking havoc for the opposition. All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
I have Kenny Atkinson alongside. Coach, I hear you tell the team, limit their easy baskets. How do you create some easy ones in your own right?
Well, first, to get out and transition ourselves. I think we're walking the ball up, and I think their defense is set. We can't create anything when their defense is set.
All right, got to get them moving. Thanks, Coach.
Appreciate it, Allie. And we'll be coming right back after this break, ready for the third quarter.
Thanks for tuning in. Welcome. A clinic in execution so far, as it's been a dominant showing for the Charlotte Hornets.
They've been great on the boards. Once these guys establish the position, it's hard to rule them out, Shaq.
Tough physical approach. We'll see if adjustments are made on the other side to try and counter that. That's what you were going to say, wasn't it, Shaq?
Yeah, I was asleep. I'm sorry, Ernie.
And now, not a bad time to take a look at the schedule ahead.
And for their matchup with the Mavericks, on paper, these teams are pretty even. So what will be the determining factor there, Ernie? I'm not sure, but they gotta avoid mental errors.
Shaq, you agree with Kenny?
Not on most things, but this case, yeah,
maybe.
Yes.
It took you too long.
And that'll do it for us. Thanks for stopping by. We'll head back down to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the third quarter.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it's been a runaway. What a game we're seeing from Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah, tonight, he's done a great job of slashing through the lane and finishing.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on it. Body him up. Be physical with him.
The Cavaliers trail by 12. They've got Dean Wade, Sam Merrill out there with Mitchell. Then it's Jared Allen, and it's Tyson in at the 3 spot. And that's the group for Kenny Atkinson as we begin the second half. Now here's Mitchell. No good on the shot. Good D by Ball.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
During his career, we've seen LaMelo Ball score from just about everywhere, Clark.
Yeah, you know, he's really a talented player. I mean, he can make it hard on any defense. He's always in motion, and he knows what to do when he catches the basketball. And he's unpredictable in how he goes about it. He's a hard cover for sure. Ball has wasted no time showing off his passing skills. A really gifted distributor.
Good work there as it goes. Mitchell's got 20 points.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
And the Cavaliers with possession here. After the basket by Charlotte. From 12 feet. The rebound by Bridges. Charlotte leading by 12. There's Ball with a 3. Ball sticks the 3.
Good, solid start to the half, hitting 3 out of 4.
And so now a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Now that we're into the new year, how about a check on the Eastern Conference standings? You look at the Cavaliers. At the midway point of the season, they're in 4th place in their respective conference. And of course, Charlotte, 8.5 games behind. Mitchell, the pass to Allen. Back to Mitchell. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. Now one on ball.
What you love about Mitchell, he plays with energy, explosiveness, and courage.
Both free throws good from Mitchell. You know, it seems like there's much more competition at the big man spot than there used to be.
I think a lot of that is due to the way players are developed now, particularly the big guys. They come in now expected to handle the ball and shoot, and they've watched a number of their predecessors do that in the last couple of decades. Teams now want to have 4 or more shooters on the floor to put great pressure on the opposing defense. So where there used to be 2 spots available for big guys, now they're fighting over 1 spot.
Now here's Mitchell. He's got 22. The teardrop. Ball with the rebound. Ball's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. And it's Bridges with the jam.
Perfect communication and timing on that alley-oop. Bridges saw the opening and then bounced right to the rim.
And it's Mitchell with the ball for Cleveland. They trail by 18. On the wing, Wade. Mitchell deciding where to go with it. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
Crafty. I mean, Mitchell showing the ball, then pulling it back down.
He's had 4 chances at the line. He's made them all. Colin Sexton's checked in for Miller.
Extremely reliable. When he steps up to the line, you just kind of expect him to knock him down.
And they double up ball. Pass to Bridges. Jacks up a 3. And again, Charlotte with the triple.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Cavaliers trail by 19. Outside Mitchell. Here's Wade. 6 to shoot. 4-3. And the three-pointer goes.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thanks, guys. The Hornets are trying to create a winning environment. Coach Charles Lee said, quote, "We know this is a young team, so I want culture enhancers who help us build with their hard work and creativity. Having that energy coming into the building every day is the most important thing." Back to you, Brian.
Looking to set the standard. Allie, thank you. Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Hunter's checked in for Wade, and it's Porter Jr. in for Mitchell. To the middle. Here's Bridges, and it's Bridges with the jam.
That athletic ability gets Bridges to the rim there. He almost totally shrugged off the defense.
A knockdown shooter if I ever saw one. Con Knipple is a constant threat on the perimeter, Grant.
Yeah, Knipple is a high-level floor spacer. He has a great feel for the game and makes solid reads. Plus, his strong frame allows him to match up with bigger wings.
Here's Tyson. After the basket by Charlotte. The 3 is up. Sexton grabs the board.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Here's Porter. Shot is good. Off the back rim and in. Porter's got 7 points.
I doubt that's what they were looking for, but it works out.
Here's Ball. It falls again. He's now 8 for 12 from the floor.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Charlotte leading by 21. Sexton passes to Ball. Down low. Here's Diabate. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Credit them for making the right halftime adjustments.
You know, they came out of the locker room, revved up the gas pedal, and haven't slowed down yet.
spend a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. On the court for Charlotte, Colin Sexton out there with Brandon Miller. Then it's Knipple, then it's Green. And you look at Colin Sexton. Puts points on the board, Grant, and does it efficiently.
Well, B.A., unfortunately, he gives some of that back on the other end of the floor. But there's always a place in this league for guys who can fill it up.
From deep, Mitchell. And the rebound goes to Charlotte.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Now here's Hunter. Now here's Mitchell. Miller pulls it in. Here's Knipple. He's guarded by Nance. Outside for Green. Some nice passing by Charlotte here. Ooh, nice shot by Miller.
Their long-range shooting since halftime has been as strong as you could hope for.
And now's the time for them to step on the gas pedal. Don't let up. Keep letting it fly from deep and build that lead. Play through the finish line, not to it. Keep the pressure on.
Pass to Knipple. Launches it. The shot, no good. And it's Porter with the ball for the Cavaliers. Nance right side. Hunter passes to Nance. Fader on the way. Good.
Well, he's effective in that medium range area.
Charlotte's gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Outside for Green. Lets the 3 fly. Tomlin pulls it in. For Cleveland, they've gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. Nance, the pass to Porter. There's the 3. Miller pulls it in. Miller's got 4 rebounds now. Pass to Sexton. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Sexton's got 4 points in the quarter.
And this is how skilled of a scorer Sexton is. Able to make difficult shots in the defense's face.
Charlotte has got 7 of their 16 three-point attempts to go in. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. And despite the NBA's popularity, some folks criticizing the wide-open style of play.
Yeah, you know, B.A., some of the artistry is lost when guys are mostly hunting for open threes. But for some teams like the Celtics and Warriors, that's been a championship-winning formula. And, well, we all know it's a copycat league.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Jared Allen, he's checked in for Nance. Wade comes in for Tomlin. Tyson, he's checked in for Hunter. And it's Merrill in for Porter Jr. The Hornets have gone 2 of 5 from the field in this final quarter. Outside Sexton. Pass to Green. Lets it go from deep. And the rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Here's Wade. Over McNeely. The putback. Outside for Mitchell. Here's Wade. 3-pointer. Cleveland again missing. Green against Mitchell. Ooh, stolen by Allen. Now here's Mitchell. Not a lot of room. Pass to Wade. And here's Mitchell. Takes the 3. It doesn't go for him.
He can't get anything to fall, at least not this quarter.
Allen brings a double team to the inside. Knocked away. James with the ball. He's picked up by Merrill. James inside. And it's off the back of the rim. No good. Cleveland has got nothing to fall from outside the arc here in the fourth. 0 for 4.
Nice setup. Excellent team basketball.
Charlotte has gone only 1 of 4 from the perimeter here in this fourth quarter. There's a screen. Pass to McNeely. The 3 is up. The Cavaliers pull it in. Wade's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Merrill. That one's good. Mitchell making the play.
That's a guy you need to defend, especially from range.
Sexton looking around. And Grant, many of the newer rules have helped unlock offenses. Any need to help out the defense?
You know, I think the rules are fine, B.A. It's just about allowing defenders to do their job and limiting the cheap foul calls so they can stay on the floor.
And we've got a line change for Cleveland.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Hornets.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
B.A., it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And they really wanted this one. It pushes their win total up to 21. And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for LaMelo Ball.
Well, I can't recall a play that he wasn't involved in. He was so involved in so many plays tonight, a force on both ends.
And let's face it, they won't get back in the game with fouls like that.
Looked to me like just a frustration foul. It really kind of sums up the game they're having in general.
At the line for 2.
That free throw good from Sexton. And it's a completely new group for the Cavaliers. All right, both free throws good from Sexton. There's 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And the ball out of play. The Hornets will have it.
It's one thing to get outplayed, but when you're giving away possessions like this, it makes it even more tough.
James deciding where to go with it. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. And he makes a first.
At the line for the Hornets, James.
Both shots good from the strike. And it's Cleveland's ball. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Down low. Allen can't get it to go. And so Sexton will bring it up for Charlotte. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth. On the wing, Green. Outside Sexton.
Cleveland foul. 27. First. James in the penalty. Shooting for Charlotte.
That free throw good from Sexton.
Taking 2 shots.
All right, both free throws good from Sexton. And so it's the Hornets taking care of business in this one. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed, B.A. It was in enemy territory, but they controlled the game and took the crowd completely out of it. That's how you win on the road.
Let's send it courtside and check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Well, tonight, Colin, what a game for you. When you think about your development as a player, what are you most proud of?
I feel like I've accomplished a lot, gotten better. That's the biggest thing. Just continue to grow each and every day when I'm in practice. And my teammates, they've been helping out tremendously, and I appreciate them for that.
The sky's high for Colin Sexton.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson. And let's leave you with our player of the game, LaMelo Ball.
Good Friday night to you sports fans. You've come to the right place. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. With Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony and Allie LaForce on our sideline, I'm Kevin Harlan. A lot of answers, but still a lot of questions for how the East is going to ultimately shake out this year. But right now, let's check out where the team stands. Taking a look at Milwaukee. This season has been a struggle for them. They're down at the bottom of the conference.
And right now for the Bucks, their place in the standings would be a disappointment for just about any team, but especially one with such high expectations.
I agree, guys. I thought they'd be a lot better. Sometimes you can have disappointing years like this, though, and they're not a lot of fun to be a part of.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Turner is out there with Kyle Kuzma, and it's Green. Then there's Rollins, and it's Porter at the point. And for the Rockets, Smith and Şengün make up the 4 and the 5. Tari Easton is out there with Amen Thompson, and it's KD in at the 3. And as the NBA season rolls on, GA, what's one of the biggest challenges this time of the schedule?
I'd say maintaining your level. It's so hard to be consistent throughout the season, and it's really about the mental side of the game. It's so tough to stay locked in.
Milwaukee shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And collectively, they're only about 73% as a unit right now.
I'm told now by our producer, do we have him, guys? Okay, we do. We have a call coming in from Shams Charania. Shams, thanks for joining us. What do you have?
Well, guys, after giving up Damian Lillard to the wave and stretch, the Bucks are going point guard by committee, with Kevin Porter Jr., Cole Anthony, and Ryan Rollins all contributing. And I expect we'll see the ball in Giannis's hands early and often.
He knows his stuff. Shams Charania with the report. Hey, Shams, thanks. Outside, KD. Smith wide open. He fired. That 3 off the mark.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
Kuzma, that's good.
And gotta feel helpless at times if you're the defense. Kuzma just fantastic at converting despite their best effort.
Here's Eason. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game. Thompson outside for the 3. He can't get that one to fall.
Yeah, slow start for them offensively. 1 for 5. They need to be more patient and find a better look.
Kuzma can't get it to go. Rockets have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. The rebound by KD.
Yeah, you expect him to make those. Good look. Just couldn't find the mark.
Pass to Thompson. Back to Durant. 5 on the clock. The Rockets again can't hit. The Bucks have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Kuzma, that's good.
And you can sense the level of confidence Kuzma has. Knows he can make that shot and does just that.
And so the timeout taken here by Ime Udoka. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. And now the 2K leaderboard, a list of the teams that have rebounded the ball tremendously over the last 10 games. The Rockets, number 1.
What a show of strength in terms of rebounding. I mean, they've really controlled the glass here of late, playing with some extreme physicality.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Pass to Eason. Back to Thompson. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
It helps that Thompson can score with either hand close to the bucket. Defenders can't force him to one side or the other.
Now, here's Green. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Porter finds Kuzma. Fires from deep. And another 3 for Milwaukee.
And proving once again that he has the touch from beyond. Kuzma effective at cashing in there.
Steps back. Durant with a wide open look. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
How about that move? Is this guy special or what? Just love watching him operate inside.
From deep, Green bangs home the trifecta.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Stan, every night, Kuzma finds a way to contribute on the offensive end.
Yeah, Kevin, I think what Kuzma does is he'll find a way to score the ball. He'll do it running the floor. He'll do it cutting. He'll do it on the offensive boards. And he can make jump shots. He's got a lot of ways to score, and he can take what the defense gives.
Clint Capella, he's checked in for Houston. Shepard comes in for Tari Eason. And Katie's got the ball here for the Houston Rockets. They trail by 7. For the Rockets, Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Smith. And Okogie subbed in for Durant. Portis, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Trent comes in for Green. On defense, the Bucks. Here's Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
Yeah, sometimes this seems too easy for Capella. The hoop is right there for him.
Porter kicks to Trent. Outside, Porter. From 12 feet out. Good on the jump shot.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
Thompson is double. Here's Capella. And the basket is good. Capella's got his second basket of the game.
And defenders have to be mindful of Capella. His length and strength can be a problem down low.
Porter passes to Portis. Launches a 3. Porter, no luck. He gets trailed by 5. Down low. And Thompson gets it to go in on the assist from Shepard.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Here's Rollins. Off target from three-point range. For Houston, they've gotten 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting. Thompson. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. Thompson's got 6.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now, here's Trent. Nothing on the board.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
This is his first chance at the line tonight. He's off on the first.
Well, something you notice about Clint Capella is he does not play outside himself. His primary focus at all times is on being a force on the inside.
Portis can't get it to go.
You gotta finish at the rim right there. You hate seeing those opportunities go to waste.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Gary Harris.
No question he got bumped on that
shot. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. And so it's Kyle Kuzma making things happen for Milwaukee. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Right back after this break. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Bucks?
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And it seems they've also put an emphasis on moving the ball, working to rotate around the defense and find those quality looks.
And you look at these Rockets, Greg, pretty fearsome on the defensive end.
I mean, great length and athleticism on the wings, and a defensive-minded coach in Ime Udoka. They'll make you work for it, no doubt about it.
Dorian Finney-Smith is out there with Jayshawn Tate. Then there's Shepard. Then it's Alperen Şengün. And it's Okogie in at shooting guard. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Rockets.
Well, look, Portis has made a living out of staying active on the glass.
Portis brings the double team. Here's Tate. And the three off target. Last game for the Rockets, they picked up the win against the Hawks in Atlanta. Outside Anthony. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. From 11 feet away. The shot that time, not on target. Rockets trail by 4. Here he goes. Offensive rebound. Here's Şengün. That one good for 2.
Able to get a layup out of that one. That's just soft defense there.
Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Well, the Rockets have become a fearsome defensive team, and Coach Ime Udoka said, our young guys were tired of losing, and they bought into it. A huge part is just shifting the mentality and doing our part on that end. Understanding how much that impacts winning, it is a non-negotiable for me. Guys, back to you.
They've clearly bought in. Allie, we appreciate the report. Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Antetokounmpo. Green comes in for Gary Harris. And Kevin Porter's subbed in for Anthony. Now, here's Şengün. Some stats for him. He averages over 21 points a game.
They are just killing him on the interior.
And so it's Porter bringing it up now for Milwaukee. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. From deep, Green. Rebound by Okogie. Looking at the last game for Milwaukee, it was a loss to the Wizards.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, tough environment. They were right there, but just missed some key shots.
Yeah, they had their chances and put up a fight, but it's so hard to win close games on the road.
Houston making some changes. Kevin Durant's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Amen Thompson subbed in for Josh Okogie. Now here's Thompson. He has 6 from 10 feet out, and the jumper is on the mark. Thompson's got the lead up to 1 now for Houston. Porter finds Kuzma. Offline with his 3.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up. Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. And no questioning the greatness of Kevin Durant. But, Greg, trying to get back into championship contention.
Yeah, and since his 2 titles with the Warriors, disappointment with the Nets and Suns, can he get a shot at another ring?
Now Kevin Durant following the miss by Kyle Kuzma from deep. On the wing, Green. Back to Kuzma. Shoots over Tate. Another miss by Kuzma.
Well, the defense was giving him that one, but he made the shot more difficult than it needed to be. You gotta play smart.
Shepard with the ball. Guarded by Porter. A 3-ball. Durant, no good.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
It's stolen by Shepard. Outside Durant. Shepard, the pass to Tate. It's Şengün, top of the key. Just 5 to shoot. And Şengün throws it down.
Even without the explosive athleticism, Şengün still able to play above the rim.
Houston making some changes. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Şengün. Smith comes in for Tate. And Torrey Eason subbed in for Shepard. The Bucks also changing it up. Miles Turner comes in for Bobby Portis. And Rollins subbed in for Trent. Here's Eason. Pass to Smith. And stolen by Kuzma. To the paint. Off the mark, and the drop continues.
Hey, he hasn't been at his best this quarter. I'd like to see him be a little more patient right now.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Kyle Kuzma. That is his first foul of the game. Rollins against Eason. Out to Thompson. quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Rockets.
Well, a lot of times you'll hear coaches yell, get the ball inside, and you can see why. Good things happen when you get the ball into the paint.
And also, guys, they're out-muscling their opponent. The points in the paint are piling up because of that aggressiveness.
Yeah, and they're fighting to get back in this one, but unfortunately, he just keeps coming up empty.
Rocketing off the deck. Thompson showing that youthful exuberance.
I'd like to thank AT&T for bringing us that spectacular look from their connected cam. Bucks trail by 9.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Milwaukee, no good that time either.
Well, I feel for him. He's trying to make a play, but hasn't had an impact this quarter.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Let's check out the Western Conference standings right now that we're here in the new year. You look at the Rockets. Here in the middle of the regular season, they've been able to get the 4th best record in the conference.
And you know, for Houston, it hasn't been the type of fully dominant season that a lot of the experts predicted, but they're still in a position that many other teams would envy at this point.
Yeah, many teams run into challenges, even the elite ones. They just need to recover and get their play back to where it was.
Here is Porter after Clint Capella's bucket. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Will it go? It's good. And the Rocket lead is cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from Porter. Now here's Durant, coming off 31 points last game. Here's Smith. That's good, and it's KD with the assist. Smith's got his first basket of the night. And so it's Houston, up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. Now we have a moment to go courtside. Allie LaForce has got something for us.
I'm here with Coach Ime Udoka. And, Coach, what are some of the positives that you can take away from that first half?
Our physicality has been good to start. Obviously, a point of emphasis is keeping them under control in transition. We like how we're guarding defensively. Obviously, it is big against this team.
Great start. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, Allie, for that. And, folks, we'll be back with you after this short halftime break. So don't go away.
Hello, folks. Is this the halftime show? Yes, it is. And kicking it off, let's quickly look at the Western Conference standings. And guys, allow me to digress. Anybody care to explain what I saw in the catering area a few minutes ago?
No, Ernie. Shaq started it. I promise you, Ernie. It was not me. I never throw the first chicken.
Yeah, I can't believe you just snitched Kenny.
Well, I don't care who did it. You're both cleaning it up.
But Ernie, it was Kenny.
And looking now at that first half, anything that could have gone wrong did go wrong for the Bucks.
First thing I look at, the free throw discrepancy. They're on the wrong side of that number. The aggression hasn't been there tonight, guys.
Yeah, we'll see if they can start the second half with a little more oomph. And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You know, Amen Thompson has been exceptional here tonight, guys.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
Yeah, he hasn't been settling. He's getting to the rim, and that's him at his best.
And GA, you know, some people argue that defense has declined in recent years. Would you agree?
I think mostly it's just harder to defend in today's game. You have to cover so much more ground, and with the lack of physicality, it just makes it more challenging.
And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got, we've got Green. Turner is out there with Kyle Kuzma. Then it's Porter. And it's Rollins in at the two-guard. It's good. 14 points from Amen Thompson.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
It's Porter outside. The Rockets pull it in.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Smith with a screen on Kuzma. And Thompson kicks to Smith. Misses the jumper.
Well, the defense just dared him to take that one. Poor execution on their part, but they got lucky.
Milwaukee, no good that time either.
Well, this is not what they envisioned coming out of the break. Missing their first 3 shots.
From the arc. Shot by Eason, no good. Bucks trail by 14. Kuzma inside. He's covered by Eason.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no airspace there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
Drills the three-pointer. KD's got 9.
And he knew what he was going to do before the ball even got to him. KD is always ready to let it fly.
Pass to Turner. Over Şengün. The shot by Turner, no good.
Oof, ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts.
Here's Thompson, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
And this one has been all about Amen Thompson, a freakish athlete. When he gets rolling, there's just not much a defender can do.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
And on the season, he's just a shade under 80 from the line. I'll bet he'd like to get that up over that mark.
And timeout called by Doc Rivers. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. While there's a break, let's take a look at this past month's assist leaders among small forwards in the NBA. Kevin Durant, number 1.
He just sees the entire floor so well. And from the wing, it's that vision that enables him to penetrate and find the open man in a very crowded area.
Yeah, and on top of his vision, he's just a naturally unselfish player, always looking to make the right play.
Milwaukee shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
Shooting for Milwaukee. Green at the line for 1.
And Greg, these poised veterans really seem to have triggered a shift for the Rockets.
At the same time, it's going to be Houston's young talent that determines their future, and they've already shown they can make a major impact.
3rd personal foul, 2nd team foul.
Thompson outside. Pass to Smith. Just 5 on the clock. KD against Green, and Durant gets it to go. Durant's got 13.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Here's Rollins. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Smith's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. The drive by KD. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Kyle Kuzma. That's foul number 2 for him. So, Greg, in 2021, the NBA creating the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar Social Justice Champion Award. It's so great to recognize the work that's being done by so many NBA players.
It does, Kevin. And these players who are not just giving back, but giving a voice to the less fortunate and trying to shape policy towards justice and equality.
Sinks the three-pointer.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
Well, clearly the defense has had no answer for them. Might be time to try something different.
Now, Shepard following the miss by Kyle Kuzma from deep. Shepard the pass to Şengün. There's the 3. And it's Shepard missing. And it's Kuzma with the ball for the Bucks. Here's Rollins. And it's off from 3-point range. Rockets have gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. And it's Thompson with the jam.
He's got rocket ship-like takeoff. Thompson can flat out fly.
The Bucks shooting a low 30% right now, an ugly offensive performance. Here's Anthony. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. Here's KD. And the layup's good off the glass. Durant's got 12 points in just the second half.
Nothing to see here, folks. Just another tremendous scoring night from Durant.
Here's Anthony. Rockets with the rebound. 1:12 left here in the third quarter. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Şengün. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Jabari Smith. Tate, he's checked in for Kevin Durant. And Okogie subbed in for Amen Thompson. It's stolen by Tate. Pass to Okogie. Fires for three. A rebound by the Bucks. Portis has got 6 rebounds in the game. Trent, that's a two-pointer. And he connects with the jumper. Trent's got 5 now.
Better to be lucky than good. Got that shot to fall.
Shepard with the ball. Now Anthony defending. No one covering.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now here's Anthony. No scoring in this one. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Houston's gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Trent with it. He's got 5. Takes the 3. No good on the last second attempt there. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. The Rockets on top, running away with this one. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Toyota Center. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, he puts that pass right on the money and made things look easy for his teammates.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. We've got Shepard, Jae'Sean Tate out there with Dorian Finney-Smith. Then it's Clint Capella, and it's Okogie in at the shooting guard position. That's the 5 for Houston right now. And here's Anthony for 3. Tries again, lays it up off the glass. Portis has got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for Milwaukee. Here's Shepard. We all hear about AI in the workplace, and I don't mean Allen Iverson, although we could put him in the workplace. Greg, now teams are using computers to break down the action.
Yeah, able to use camera tracking to assess credit and blame, right? So maybe the little things in winning plays that went unnoticed, they won't be overlooked much anymore.
Shepard with the ball. Guarded by Porter. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Jeff Green is checked in for Houston. And Milwaukee with a change here, too. Miles Turner, he's checked in for Nance. Porter, no luck.
Well, and after making just 1 triple going into the break, he's still looking for his first make from distance here in the second half.
And the basket by Okogie.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And here's Anthony for 3. Trains the three-pointer. Anthony's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, from range, Anthony can be pretty consistent, so you really have to keep an eye on him out there.
Shepard. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
3-pointer, and Anthony gets it to go on the assist from Porter.
Well, maybe not the shot they were looking for there, but the defense gave it to him, and he knocked it down.
Portis brings the double team. For three, Okogie. They get it back, and it's Houston with another.
He's not looking at the score. He's staying focused, and he's staying active.
Well, you have to play like it's a tight game. You cannot let up in this league. Well, I hate to say it, but he hasn't done a lot to help their cause tonight. He's been a little erratic from the floor.
He is cold-blooded, drops the dagger, piles on to what was already a big lead.
And defensively, that kind of effort is just not going to cut it.
Now here's Anthony. Anthony missing again.
Well, it's been a frustrating night for him at the offensive end, just not able to give them any kind of a lift.
Tate kicks to Finney-Smith. No good with the triple. For Milwaukee, they've gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch. Nice shot by Portis.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Rockets have gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the fourth quarter. Shepard, the pass to Finney-Smith. Shepard, that's good. Shepard's got 9 points now in the quarter.
From what I've seen, Shepard would rather shoot from distance, but he trusted himself inside that time.
Porter, no luck.
Well, his shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
Pass to Tate. Houston moving it around. Okogie, good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
And the Bucks, they're shooting a pedestrian 36% in the fourth quarter. The offense not doing their best work of late.
Yeah, there's no reason for the defense to get out on him right now. Just let him keep taking that shot until he shows them he's going to knock it down.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen. There are some who will say, GA, there are too many threes being taken in today's NBA. What are your thoughts on that?
Hey, if we're cutting back on something, how about free throws? The three-point shootout is arguably the best part of All-Star Saturday, but nobody wants to watch a free throw contest.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Bobby Portis. Green comes in for Gary Trent. And Rollins subbed in for Cole Anthony. The Bucks shooting just 29% in this game. They are not a pretty sight out there offensively.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Rockets.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win, a game that not many will soon forget, and on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And so taking a look at their record, a nice milestone they'll be picking up tonight. 30 wins on the year now.
And in a 3-game season series, they take the first 2, and certainly they've had the edge in this matchup.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Amen Thompson.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And he banks in the layup.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this one.
It's Porter outside. It's rebounded by Houston. Now Shepard. So we see the Rockets taking the win here. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Allie LaForce, and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks so much for joining us here tonight. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Reed Shepard.